Good morning. Today is Sunday, December 7th, and this is the week ahead market review for December 8th through December 12th. So, we're going to go over economic data, we're going to go over the broader markets, the ES and NASDAQ, as we always do, current levels. We're going to go over Tesla, of course, good levels on Tesla, and we're going to go over the 5 minute opening range trade and what I'm looking for going into the week ahead. Let's get into the economic data. Monday, or actually today, we have nothing happening overnight. Tomorrow, there is nothing. On Tuesday, we have Jolt's job opening at 9 o'clock. It'll probably move the market a little bit, but all these numbers are they're September numbers. They're all, gathering the data from the past while the government was shut down. The big day is Wednesday, of course, with FOMC statement and the comments that are going to happen regarding the rates. I will not be, I'll be extremely surprised actually if they do not lower rates because I think the polls are in the 90% range that rates are going to be lowered. So that's the big day on Wednesday. Followed on Thursday, we're gonna have unemployment claims, and I don't believe we have anything on Friday. So the big day, everything leading up to Wednesday, and the press conference. It's not so much about what they're going to do with rates, but it's going to be about what the statements are going to be made, looking ahead, going into 2026. That being said, let's get into the broader markets. And for the ES, he had a nice, week, choppy week though. We ended, last few, I would say the last week it's all been in a consolidation area. However, we are stepping up after that, big, downside on November 20th. We managed to regain certain levels here. This 68.12.25 was a huge level that we've been talking about for the longest time because it was a previous all-time high set back in October. It seems to be a major level that seems to be respecting all the time. So as long as we're above that level, I like the longs, even if we pull back. Right now, we're looking at a 1 hour chart on the ES. I like how we held this 68.63, which was November 28th and December 2nd's high. So those are key levels when you can get above highs and then you come back down and you test them, and it supported them. So it's kind of a break. It's a break and retest. So you get above these levels, you come back down and you test them. So we can get down here into the macro level here on the 15 minute. You can see very choppy day on Friday. Aside from the open, it was good, but then gave a lot of it back. However, it still held its own towards the end of the day. And so if we look here, go further out, and we look at this regressional trend line that we have here, we are still pushing ahead right now. So for this week, if we can get above that 69.09 and a half, and then push into the all-time high of 69.53.75 and get through that, I think our next target is going to be into that 7,045 range. I'd like to see us get there before a year's out, but I think Wednesday is going to be a big day, depending on what's going to be said in the FOMC speech after they come out with the what they're going to do for rates for December. I think rates is a no-brainer. I think it's already in the market right now as far as them lowering rates for this month. So key levels here, going over it again. 68, first level right here, that's key to hold, is 68.63.75. If we lose that level, then we come down here in a 68.45 and a quarter level. I do not anticipate anything drastic. Of course, you never know with Powell speaking. He's been known to shake the markets up pretty well. So I would like to see this, push through the 69.09 and a half. We've been treading, we've been trying to get through that level for the longest time, but you can see if we can get through that level right here, I don't see anything stopping us from getting to the new highs here. So you have to be prepared though, both sides. If we do fail this 68.63, I think we're going to come down into this, probably to test these lows, the 68.45, the 68.36 and a quarter. But you can see we're making a nice a nice pattern here that, for all you pattern traders here, it's like if you go further out here into the day, I believe it's making a nice cup and handle pattern here. Here's the cup, here's the handle being formed with the consolidation. So if we can break through these levels right here, we can start pushing higher and then get up into this this midline of this regressional trend line here, which will set here, like I said, it's at about 70, I would say 77,000 and a half, 70,000, 7,050. So let's get over into the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ was struggling, but we are finally, I think we are getting above this regressional trend line that we were struggling with here. Let's see if we got it now. The 15-minute is not showing it to us, but I think the hour is. Yep. So this regressional trend line that we've had here, if we go further out, we can go 90 days. So you can see I've had this regressional trend line. I drew this since August of this year. We were fighting this. I've been talking about this level for, I would say, since the end of November, that we were struggling to get above it. You could see here back on, I think it was last, would say it was the beginning of the month. We tried to get above it, big rejection here. And again, all week long rejection. And then finally Friday, we did finally get above it. And even though there was a sell-off, we still managed to, we're still trying to push into that level right now. So I do, again, going into Monday, this is a, key level here. You can see it's still rejecting here, even on the hour. If we go to let's see, the 15-minute, same thing. We're still below this regressional trend line. So we have to, in order for the NASDAQ to start pushing higher, we have to regain this lower end of this regressional trend line. If we do regain this level, I would say 25,779 and a half, we're going to push into this 25,880. You could see we tried to do that on Friday, and then there was just a sell-off there. So I think if we can regain that, then we can quickly move into that 26,017.96. Then I think overall, if we can get there, let's see here. Let's get to the day. If we could get through that 26,017.96 level, I think that there's, we can get really, pushing pretty quickly up to that 26,515 level. So, you definitely have some room to run before the end of the year, so hopefully this Christmas rally comes into play. And again, what I was pointing out before, for all you pattern traders, you have a nice little V shape here, higher highs, lower lows, higher highs, lower lows, higher highs, lower lows. This is an Adobe candle here, so indecision. However, higher highs, lower lows, and then right here, I think it was a little bit of a higher high, lower lows, still higher high, lower lows, higher highs, lower lows. So that's upward trend. That's bullish. It's a bullish pattern. So this week we're looking to regain this lower end of this regressional trend line to start pushing higher. So let's get into Tesla now. Tesla last week was trying to get us that run we were looking for on Friday. This right now we're looking at a 15-minute. And I have the clean point of controls up here. So these yellow lines right here are the point of controls for that day of trading, which shows where the market is trading the most at that level the most. So when the market closes after a certain day, so this was Thursday's close, and here was the point of control. I leave that point of control open unless, so here is the close. It will come down and touch this level. If it does not, I leave this point of control level open. So we have an open point of control level at 449.31. So until it hits this level, I will leave this point of control level open. So we did try to pull down after we had a little pop. So I had a bias on Friday for a little pop in the morning, and then we pulled back. We did get the pop, but it was extremely choppy in the morning. And how do you know it was choppy? Just by looking at the wicks of every candle here. We're looking at a 15-minute candle. If I break this down to a 5-minute candle, you could see it better. Wicks, no direction. So I was getting chopped up all day on Friday. I lost a little money, and then I called it quits. And you live to trade another day. But that's really something that you have to develop, and as you become a trader, to identify like, okay, well, this is the kind of day I do not want to be trading in, and I'll just live to play another day and then come back on Monday, and then we'll go after it on Monday, and hopefully we can get some better volume. See, these kind of candles are good candles here. You get a good solid follow through. Your indicators are telling you the good direction to go and take the trades. I actually traded, made some good trades in here to actually get some money back that I lost in this choppiness that I had here. So getting back to what I'm looking for on Monday, I am looking for this 449.31 level to get filled. Actually, it's now, it's a 5. So I always, by the way, I always do my point of control levels off the 15-minute chart. And what I have in here is a script that automatically plots this for me. And as you can see right here, these grayed out areas here. So the grayed out areas, that's where a lot of the volume is. So it identifies a high volume profile. So this blue area is low profile. So there's not a lot of volume. You can see this outline right here. This is down here. There's not a lot of volume. This grayed out area, that's where all the volume is. And that's why it plots this point of control level here, showing you this is where the majority of the volume was, and that's where the price gravitated to the most. And so it gives it mathematically generates an average price for you at 449.31. So going over Tesla, what I'm looking for, again, coming into Monday, I am looking for this 449.31 level to hit. That being said, I am still bullish on Tesla. We do need to get through some good levels up here. Let's clean this up a little bit. I do like this 452.65 level. Now, normally what I do, once we get through this level, this level initially was a resistance level for us. So when I have a resistance level, it's red. Why is it red? Because it tells me if I'm in the market here and I'm in a trade and I'm long, or if I'm looking to take a short, it's telling me, okay, well, you better be ready because there's big sellers up at this level. So it could potentially happen again. And trading is all about probabilities, right? So you find a decent level, you understand how to do your support and resistance levels, and that comes with time. And then once you figure out how to draw your levels, then while the market is actually moving, while you're in it, it gives you a heads up to know, okay, well, if I'm in a trade and all I do is trade options, so if I'm in a call, I know I better be careful to get out. Or if I'm looking to go short, I'm looking to buy puts to send the market downward. So anyway, so what I do is I have this rectangle here as my resistance. So right here, I had it as resistance back here in October 27th. We did break above it. So I did briefly turn this red rectangle into a green, which then told me is now we broke above it. Now this level was once resistance. It then became support. So now I want it to come down here, and then I'm looking for a long. But then once we lost this level on October 30th, then I was saying, okay, well, now this level is not supporting it right now, so it's going to be becoming resistance. So then you could see the next couple of days, tried to get above it again, could not hold it again, next couple of days, and boom, we lost it. So that was giving me confidence that this was a good resistance level. So now fast forward to where we are today. Same thing is happening. So now we're above it today. Now I still have it as a red rectangle because I am not convinced because we did not get a good solid push yet to support this level. Now this week, that could all change. We could come down here, hopefully, which would give me confidence. We come down here and we fill this open point of control at 449.31, and then we regain this 452.65 level to push higher. And this is this level right here, why I have it, which is a good level, is the low back from October 29th was when Fed Powell spoke, and it was the low from the FOMC speaking right at that level right there. So that level right there going into Monday rather. Ideally, my pullback. I'm still bullish on Tesla. So if you take a look at Tesla right now, we are trending up right now. So they're stepping higher. We could be in a consolidation period this week until it makes a move. I mean, I would not be surprised for Tesla to just be bouncing around until Wednesday, until there's a decision made on the rates, and then we hear what their outlook is going to be for 2026. So I would not be shocked with that. So you have to be, be careful about, hanging on to trades for too long. However, we are still maintaining this level, but I am still leaving it as a red rectangle until it's showing me that it is going to support that level. So if you go a little further out too, I can go over some fair value gaps here that I've drawn. So we have, I draw this on the hour. So a fair value gap is made between three candles. I started going over this last week. Here is it's a smaller candle followed by a larger candle followed by a smaller candle, right? So right here, you would take I can get rid of this level right here, remove. You could take the high of the first candle right here. Then you have the body of the gap followed by the low of the third candle. That's on a bullish fair value gap. So now what happens is I would draw a rectangle here, and then I can just go right here, boom. And then that level could become a fair value gap for me, okay? So that tells me that if we pull back down here, I could look for taking my longs in this level right here, and my stop would be just below this 439.52, telling me that I'm wrong. But going into this week, knowing that Tesla has been bullish, that may be a really good level for a pullback to take Tesla long. Okay, after we fill that first open POC level that we have here, you could see, right in here, this 449.67. I think that that's going to fill. I think that may possibly fill even before the market opens tomorrow, which is going to be unfortunate. And then I think if we lose that level, I think we can get back down to this fair value gap right here. So I'm going to go over more of that on the pre-market analysis tomorrow. But before then, let's go into the 5-minute opening range trade, which is a basic trade that I go over every day. If we go over Friday, could have gotten a little something on the first move for Friday. But like I said, look at all these wicks. There was no follow through. So the range on the first 5 minutes on Friday was low was 452.97. The high was 456.08. So you did get a move on the high side. You could have gotten $1. The high was 458.5. So you could have gotten a couple dollars out of that move. But look at that nasty wick. That was just terrible. And I was trading in that. And then it came down. And then I thought once we lost the previous day close that we were going lower. So then I went short. Then I got stopped out. And it was just chop, chop, chop. And then finally, right up here when we made that push, I saw it was starting to reject up here, and then I shorted it right here, and I made back my choppiness money and only lost a few $100s on the day. So I was very happy with that because I've had days like this where I've turned this kind of stupid day into a disaster day. So I've learned, and I've learned that I'll be able to make my money on a good market. So I know I can make those few $100s back in like seconds once I have a decent market, so I'm not worried about that. So going into tomorrow, as far as the strike prices I'm going to use, we have, I do all of my my strike prices based off of weekly expirations. So we're going to go to Friday's expirations, and based on where we close at 454. I'm going to give probably a $10 range on Tesla. So I'm going to open up the week. On the call side, I am going to go. So this could all change tomorrow morning, but I'm going to start with the 465 calls that expire on Friday. And then on the downside, I'm going to give myself about $15 on the downside to start out the week. And we'll see what happens pre-market tomorrow. So this is what I'm going to start my day out with tomorrow. You could see this is where the premium closed on Friday at $6.50 for the calls. and then it closed at $4.65 for the puts. So this is where Tesla's kind of hanging out right now. I would anticipate a little downside in the morning, so that's my hope. So actually, coming into tomorrow, my hopes would be a little pop in the morning and then get some rejection, so we get a little room to get down here to this open point of control level of 449.31. So this premium level will have some room to build. So as the market goes down, this premium, hypothetically, let's say we open up at 465. As the market goes down, this premium level is going to go up. So if I buy a one lot at 465, as the market goes down, this premium price is going to go up. For every dollar it goes up, this will probably go up 40 or 50 cents, right? So if it goes down $1 and you buy a one lot here, you'll probably make $50 on a one lot, right? So if you do multiples on it and you do a 10 lot on it, it's $500, right? So it's a pretty basic system. I try to keep it simple, but I want you to all to grow as traders. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video. Also, one thing to know is I do my pre-market analysis every morning at 7:30 Central Time. So show up there, and then followed that, I do a live trading. So I will do this basic live trade every day in our Discord channel. So if you click the More button down below, you can join the Discord channel. Everything is free. Subscribing is free. Liking the channel is free. It helps us grow the channel. So please do that. Share this video. It helps grow the channel. All that fun stuff. And I actually have fun doing this myself. So anyways, I will see everybody tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. Central Time. Again, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and join the Discord community for the live trading. Thanks, everybody. Have a great Sunday. And go Bears. Go Bears. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Thanks.